What's up, Benny?
Hey man.
How good's Phil?
He's a legend. Getting it done.
What's Alan doing? Watching YouTube as always. Looks like he's asleep from here, standing up.
Just to let you know, there is still more room in here than in that Silverado. It's great.
We've just pulled up at Cecil County Dragway. Alan's busy changing the wheels for me. He's already got the fronts on, just doing the rears now. We got here and this little gate was open. I don't know if it's supposed to be open or not, but we're in the line. We're pretty close to the front. Pretty much the same guys that beat us here beat us to the drag week stuff last year have beat us to the front. So good to see that we're keeping up traditions. But all things going well, we'll be out of here and on the road nice and early. So
there's also a few people that just rocked up.
Yeah,
literally from the drive.
Some of these guys have just done the drive and come here, so now they're going to be sleeping in cars and all sorts of stuff. So it's going to be a slog, I think, for some people today. Could be a painful day. So fingers crossed no one has dramas, and we'll get on the track. I'm still waking up because it's early. I went to bed today, just like you.
You didn't get to bed either?
Just couldn't sleep.
Oh, the excitement.
Sure.
How was your coffee, Al?
Shit house.
Mine wasn't too bad.
It was the same as mine, so it can't have been.
We upset the dog. First in line, mate.
Good morning.
You're in the staging lanes before these guys are even cruising in.
Yeah, a little bit excited, that's why.
You're probably in the staging lanes before people are out of bed, actually.
Yeah, probably. Some of them got in late.
Welcome to Drag Week Day 2. We're here at Cecil County Dragway. There's already plenty of cars pulling up. We were here at about 5:30. Just changing the fuel on the Cresta, we're topping it up. Other than that, we're pretty much ready to go. We've got all Aussie first pass today by the looks of it, so it should be pretty cool. As long as they don't do the 2 lanes at once business, but either way it'll be 2 Aussie passes in a row or 1 side by side, so that's gonna be pretty cool. Benny's just having a little bit of drama with ethanol content at the moment. We've just got to bump that up a little bit, but apart from that everything's looking good. So we're going to pump his car out and then we're just going to refill it, and then we're just going to top the Cresta off. So the Cresta's got 65% ethanol. I've still got to put 30 litres of ethanol into it, so it'll bring it back up to probably 75 or 80, so it should be sweet.
Oi, where's your shoes?
That's Kiwi spec.
Mr. Keith Turk, who's this?
Hey, good morning. This right here is Mike Boyce, and Mike Boyce is right now in charge. He's the assistant race director in charge of inbound. And oh, by the way, in case you're a bad boy, you get to come see Mike. Meantime, enjoy your day. We'll see y'all later.
See ya.
felt pretty good. The car was set left really nicely. Definitely picked up the wheel and went a tad left, but nothing unexpected. Benny's car obviously went really well too. Good mile an hour because it come around me. We got to the line first, but he was definitely zinging, so I'd say his mile an hour was pretty good. But yeah, cracking passes by both cars. And I'd say there's going to be a pretty big smile on Benny's face when we hop out of the car. Go Team Australia.
Thank you very much. 8.6.
How good is that? 8.95, 8.64. I think we'll be having some beers in the pool this afternoon. There's no doubt about that.
Happy, very happy.
That's not bad. Yeah, good size. So day 5, we're putting the big wick in it.
Turn it up.
Tell me about it, mate. Tell me about it.
Oh, it goes really well, mate. It goes really well. Nice and straight. Very enjoyable. Easy to drive.
A wise man once said I'd rather be looking at it than looking for it.
100%. It's always much fun having it.
How good is that? Did you do a little dance in the car when you...
Always do my little dance, mate. I get pretty excited. You know that. I was hunting Benny down. I thought I might have caught him, but a bit slow off the line.
You, mate, you're so quick. You had the wheels up and everything, man.
Yeah, no, felt really good. Feels good. Drives nice.
Is it time for a beer yet or what?
No, not yet. Not yet. We'll wait till the sun gets a bit higher.
We both had a really good run. Both gone 8s. So Benny went 8.60 and I've gone 8.90. Side by side Barra passes in drag week. Another first that we've now achieved. And we're going to hand this sucker in and set up and then get on the road. We're not going to run away straight away today because there's so much happening. I actually want to have a look at some cool stuff. But we are going to get on the road probably in the next hour or so because there's still this whispers of traffic and whatnot. So we're keen to get back on the road. Hopefully today we can actually have a bit of an easier day and chill out at the accommodation at the end of the arvo and have a few lemon squashes by the pool.
Collection of pistons, we need some of them later on maybe.
What is this?
Maryland treat. We put it on everything.
How is it, bro?
Needs some shrimp.
That's actually spicy too.
I think you need one of these, mate. Spot the fabricator.
Hey, why are you putting fuel in your car?
We're going to give it another run because it's a good track and we want to just see if we can go a little bit quicker. Just a little bit.
So you want to go quicker than 850s?
No, definitely don't want to do that. Definitely don't want to do that. That'd be wrong.
You smart ass.
Man, that's wild. 43 is Dan Warren. 135 in the 8th mile. Warren goes 809 with a 809 rounder.
We're at a bit of a loss at the moment. We're not sure. We're just not sure what it is.
First car on the track, we were going to leave, and now it's,
Yeah.
you know what's going to happen.
Yeah, so we're going to be here for a while. I think it could be a long day.
Had an oil pressure fault and shut it down, and now it won't start. But it's got oil pressure. checked the cam timing and got compression, got everything. We introduced a secondary fuel source, like a bit of carby cleaner, and it starts. So we've got no fuel, so we're just going to check everything and try and get it going.
Back in the game, so it would appear that the map sensor was faulty. It's failed for whatever reason. The guys at Holly actually had one up there, so they've hooked us up. They didn't even charge us for it. They said if it works, keep it. If it doesn't, bring it back. So we're going to throw it in, and fingers crossed for running Mustang fun times.
Branson Clear, Evansville, Indiana.
So after all that, we finally found out the problem. Just luckily, Zane was looking at the diagnostics page and noticed that the VAC reference for the map sensor, well, the VAC reading for the map sensor was impossibly low. Basically, it was reading like -50 vacuum with the engine not running. So the ECU thought it was always mega vacuum. So that was what was popping and carrying on. We got it to fire a little bit to start with, and then just wouldn't stay. So we started chucking fuel in it and doing all sorts of weird crap, and whatever we did, it wasn't responding to what the input we were giving it. So we started even going down the route of an ECU problem. We tried a different ECU. Luckily, Haltech has given us a lot of spares, and in the end of it, the map sensor actually died. The one thing we didn't have as a spare, it was a 5-bar map sensor. Shout out to the guys at Holly, actually. They actually gave us one for nothing. Yeah, even though we're running Haltech, the guys were awesome enough to give us a brand new 5-bar motorsport sensor for nothing. So that's the spirit of Drag Week. Everyone just wants to see everyone finish, and we're pretty bloody happy right now. And Alan's just counting his finances. I can't tell if he's got $800,000 or $17.20 to America. Well, that's not going well.
How far are we down the road?
I reckon we probably made at least a mile by now. So, in our haste to try and get on the road early this morning, we've whizzed the wheel stud into the brake shoes on the handbrake. So, as soon as we get up to speed, it just goes ching, 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 ching. And that noise generally means it's eating handbrake springs. So, that's not good for the handbrake, or hubs, or the backing plate, or anything in there. So we're going to fix that, otherwise we're going to have a bad time.
Can I please have some pang?
What's that?
The chicken pang.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Woody. There's a house coming.
Woody, look out, there's a house.
I'm all over it, boys.
This isn't going to go well.
It's going to go very good now.
Oh yeah, sweet. It just got better. It's a 2 houses actually.
It's a shed. Bloody hell, there's a lot of overhang on the back of that trailer.
Yeah, it's a thing here, eh?
Look
Oh,
at
it's extendable.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
2/3 of it's past the axle.
You did get me some pang, Alan. Thanks, bro.
Chuck alright.
the throttle
Yeah, it just died twice in a row.
thing?
I've got to drive. Definitely drag week now. So looks like the throttle body's failed. So I've got another one out and we're calibrating it at the moment. So I'm really hoping it's a calibration issue, not a wiring problem.
You're not going to get it.
What about the old Volvo here, mate? No?
The Swedish not do it either. They don't do tooting the horns. The Swedish not toot the horns.
This one here, Peterbilt, no?
No, you got the Mac. The Mac's the
Mac.
No, the Mac.
Oh, you got one coming up.
He knew it.
Requesting permission to enter the taxiway.
Yeah, permission granted. Out you go.
Taxiway entered. Accelerating speed. Thanks, Dal. We're now clear airspace. We're less than a mile from the second checkpoint of the day. Benny's just about out of fuel in the Mustang and I could probably use a bit of a top up too, so we just stopped here. Little gas station, there's a little performance shop in here as well. They got a cool, I don't know if it's a Trans Am or something like that. I'm not right up on 80s GM muscle cars. Someone will yell at me in the comments for saying I'm wrong, but they've got some cool stuff sitting around. Just about to get back on the road, but filling up, and after today's events I'll be very happy to get in the shower and have a sleep. But
So much for put beers in the pool early, arvo.
I know, we put that to bed pretty early, but we'll be right. We'll get back on the road and see you at the next stop.
Alan, you're out. Please, bro.
I was going to say who broke your legs, but they do look like they're broken.
They are broken. What would Jody say?
Modelo time.
Yeah, we've just arrived at our accommodation for the night. It's, I don't know. That drive took a lot out of me. I don't know why, because it wasn't particularly far. I think it's almost a bit of a mind game because you know you're actually driving around in circles. Like
Yeah.
We knew roughly how far the tracks were apart this year, and the routes are not reflecting that. I mean, obviously it's drag week, so you're never going to go the quickest distance, but we found we're just kind of like running around in circles for no reason, and then there's like a lot of little weird toll roads and stuff, and if you take the wrong exit, you're 10 minutes the wrong way, at one point we wasted about half an hour getting back onto the route, and then the other frustrating part is so many people just burn past us on the interstate, and you know they're not doing the route properly, so you get frustrated from that. And I don't know, happy to be back, and even more happy that all the cars are still working, so we're pretty happy. Tired, very tired.
Yeah, one throttle body down.
Yeah, we killed a throttle body today, funnily enough. It has had intermittent problems sort of all drag week, and it has had issues at home previously, so we've retired that old girl for now, and we'll probably lop the hypertune clamp off it just for posterity's sake. It was also mentioned to us today that people were on the suspicion that we're using a support vehicle.
What, this thing over here, mate?
The ACC have been cruising around following us, as in hanging out. They've also been our secondary camera car. Today we didn't have that. We were kind of forcefully reminded not to have a support vehicle, even though we've run it by the event director. It is a media vehicle. It's not. There's nothing in that car that can actually help us. The only car parts in that are broken and basically only going home so it can raid the good bits out of the engine, which is my barra. So yeah, there's actually zero advantage in that following us, but people got funny about it. So
I think the words spoken were they can't set up with us and cook a barbecue.
They can't set the barbecue up next to us, and I mean, fair enough, they're not allowed to touch the car, that's 100% fine, but if they set the barbecue up,
I mean, these guys
20
are
meters
useless
away,
anyway, aren't they? Look at them.
They can cook a barbecue.
No, I'm just
But yeah,
joking,
if they
boys.
set the barbecue up 20 meters away, we're allowed to go and walk over to it, but they're not allowed to bring the barbecue to us.
Yeah.
I think was the
Yeah.
basic explanation.
I got a sneaking suspicion there may be some impound.
Yeah, I'd say probably impound's going to be on the cards tomorrow. Probably for the Cresta and Benny, but we'll see what happens. It's going to suck if we're in impound actually, because we can't run straight up. Yay, another long day tomorrow.
Do you get a message or something if you go in impound? You know?
Pretty sure they tell you when you get there. Oh well, we'll find out in the morning.
Cool.
It's going to be another early one. We're going to be leaving here about 5 o'clock because we're about 25 minutes from the track.
I'm going straight to bed.
Yeah, you're not even going to have dinner.
Well, I've got to import footage, then go to bed.
You're not even going to have dinner.
Well, maybe. I don't really. Maybe just some beer.
Dinner. Yeah, beer is not dinner.
It is in Australia.
Lemon squash?
Lemon squash. No, that's even worse.
Yeah. Pub squash?
Eating is cheating.
Yeah. I feel like I need to cheat because I'm so hungry. Oh, God.
You're right, bro.
I know. Who do you?
What do you mean, mate?
Oh, I got a 6-pack. I'm so swole.
Hey, I got swole is the word.
You know
of
where
the
your
day.
6-pack is, bro? It's still in the esky.
Yeah, it is, bro, of course.
Get in the bin. I'll see you tomorrow.